Hi everyone, so I know it's been pretty long time since I last talked to you guys. That's because after A-levels, I honestly was just trying to spend my time with my family and also going out and having fun with my friends before the boys leave for NS in a few days. But now that the year is drawing to a close, I do want to catch up with you guys and tell you guys some of my reflections for post A-levels 2021 and what you can expect in the year ahead. Okay, so one of the most important lessons I learned in 2021 is to stop hoping for the better. That sounds really pessimistic, but hear me out. So I guess last year from 2020, we all knew that it was like a horrific year because of the pandemic and everything. And I did go into this year hoping that things would get better. And I remember all of us being like in April 2020, being like, oh, it's gonna be over soon. And now we just have variants upon variants upon variants. So I really doubt that things are gonna get much better very quickly. But my point is that I think it's time for me to stop searching and wishing for happiness in the future and to be okay with sometimes like feeling down or not feeling my best. I think especially with this year with A-levels and everything, I keep on expecting myself to perform pretty well, and when that doesn't happen, I do get disappointed, and I think it's time that I learn to live with it. After all, there's gonna be ups and downs, and the sooner I can get back up on my feet after like a setback or things like that, the faster I can move on with life. And also, there's another thing about how you know, there's a quote that I recently watched from Spider-Man about how if you expect disappointment, then you won't be disappointed. But in another sense, what I want to say is that take what you can get and bite off what you can chew, because what I did learn is that sometimes things won't go your way, and it might not be because you're inadequate or things like that, but sometimes you just set unrealistic expectations. And I think moving forward, that's something that I do really want to work on. My next point that I really wanted to say is that there are many definitions of success, and no one person is more successful than the others, and we can all be on top together. I say this because I did feel very keenly that during my time in RI, like studying was really like very competitive. And honestly, I felt this the most keenly during my BMAT preparation period, like especially on the day of the test itself when everybody was seated there, and I remember my friends saying that, oh look, these are all the people who are all vying for the same position. Then I thought to myself that this probably isn't like the only way to contribute to society. And I think like over the past month or so after A-levels, like this bit of reflection has really helped me, because I do feel it's impossible for society to function if we were all doing the same thing. And as long as we contribute in the best way that we can and help others, I think that's successful in its own right. Really cliche, but I do think that comparison is the thief of joy. Your circumstances are always going to be so different from somebody else's, and what works for you might not work for everybody else. Even if two people do have the same goal, something that I learned is that there are many ways to reach the same goal. If I don't make it into undergrad degree, I can always go back to it in like my postgraduate years, because eventually what makes a successful career is the practice, not really like your history. And also, I just really think that there are many ways to go about achieving what you want in life. Okay, and this third point is really more for myself, especially going forward. So now I've officially finished like 12 years of formal education, and honestly, the path ahead is so uncertain. Throughout all these 12 years, I always knew where I was kind of going next, like after primary school, then come secondary school, and then come JC. But now, like, university isn't even compulsory, and I'm not even sure if I want to take like a gap year or continue straight away. Yeah, life is just full of uncertainty, and right now I'm in like the middle of my uni applications, and the period right now where I feel like I kind of really need to understand myself, but at the same time I don't. And because I've been so focused on like studying, I haven't really given thought to like specifically like university and like things I want in the future. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough time now. I'm in the process of applying for UK applications, as well as France and US. Local unis don't really start receiving applications until after A-level results come out next February. So yeah, I'm just taking things as it is, and hopefully I'll get somewhere. I believe that I will get somewhere, but I don't know where that place is, and I will try my best to take you guys along for the ride if I remember. Okay, and the last thing I want to say, this is definitely just like my life philosophy. It does not apply for everybody, but I tend to have this very like YOLO mindset. Like, I really do think that you should take the time when you are young to explore all the possibilities and do like things that wouldn't really make sense in the future when you have to settle down and have a family and you actually need to take care of other people. Because right now, I think we do have quite little to lose compared to others, especially me in my situation. I do realize that I come from quite a lot of privilege, and I do have a lot of opportunities to explore. If I'm gonna like miss all these opportunities now out of fear, of like reluctance to try something new, I'm definitely gonna regret that in the future. My like core belief is that as long as it really doesn't hurt someone else, there's like no harm done to yourself or yeah, the people around you, that you should give it a shot. That's why I guess I'm going to be spending the next like 9 months or so like exploring new skills, learning how to cook, maybe learn how to dance, cycle, waveboard, maybe apply to some internships and things like that. Just try out some of the things that I know I probably won't have the time and also the capacity to when I'm older in the future. At the core, I think that as long as I'm rooted in my values and I'm not like breaking the law, I do really hope that I can take my time right now to explore the world around me, I guess. So yeah, I think the faster I learn that I don't live for others and I don't live for like a preconceived notion of myself, then the happier I'll be. Yeah. Okay, now for moving forward. So as I'm filming this, it's coming to the end of 2020, and this is the first time I guess I have such a super long break because I'm not going back to school in January. So honestly, I've probably established like this channel, like a study with me channel, but obviously I have no intention of doing like much more studying in the future because I am burnt out. I guess it's just gonna be like a random vlog, day in my life sort of thing. I probably don't know how often I'll be uploading, but I will keep this channel running for as long as I can. And yeah, I'm probably just gonna continue to share like random snippets of my life, and I'm really grateful for all of your support. I think this year has really shown me that life can go in unexpected ways and all turn out fine in the end, and I'm super glad that you guys have been along with my journey, and I hope I can continue to see you guys and hopefully grow my little corner of the internet. And see you soon.